Imagine this gold coin represents $1,000. Now, $1 million. But here's where it gets really wild. $1 billion. Elon Musk currently has a net worth of 210 times this. And here's you. Let me guess, you probably went to university to get a job you didn't need a degree for. Student loans hang over your head. Living costs are soaring. You barely have any savings. You don't get paid enough. The idea of owning a home, something your parents took for granted, now seems like a joke. You ask yourself, maybe rich people just got lucky. Other people become rich, not me. They were just born with natural talent. It makes you angry. How is this fair? Maybe they had to cheat to get rich. They inherited it all. They don't deserve it. Meanwhile, you're stuck in a job you don't love, working long hours for a paycheck that barely covers the basics. And the dream of owning a sports car or traveling the world, it feels like those dreams belong to someone else. You feel like the deck has been stacked against you from the start, and there's no way of breaking free. But what if I told you? You were wrong. What if I showed you a path you've never imagined before? It won't be easy. It will push you out of your comfort zone and force you to tackle challenges head on. You will encounter setbacks along the way, and some of you will fail. But the lessons learned will be priceless. With the right mindset and persistence, a few of you will uncover untold wealth and financial freedom. Remember, all I'm offering is the chance to unlock your true potential. The rest is up to you. Pay close attention. How do you look at money? The media often portrays money as the root of all evil, suggesting that you're either born rich or you must exploit others to get it. Have you bought this lie? How do you judge somebody like Elon Musk? Do you think he's an evil billionaire who takes over companies and works his employees to death? Or do you see him as a visionary leader, an engineering genius with the courage to take on the world's toughest problems? Would you believe me if I told you that most of the wealthy are self-made? Around 2/3, in fact, according to some recent studies. Mark Zuckerberg, Oprah Winfrey, Jeff Bezos, Mark Cuban, Richard Branson, what do they all have in common? They're all self-made. So what do all these millionaires and billionaires know that you don't? The problem is, your limited money formula is completely broken. What you've been taught is the only source of your income is from your salary or your wage. What it fails to grasp is that we all have one resource that's the most precious, but most of us fail to realize until it's too late. What is that most precious resource, you ask? Time. If you're selling your time to make money at $25 an hour in a 40-hour work week, you're limited by the number of hours you can work, and it'll take you 19 years to make $1 million. Considering living expenses and taxes on top of that, and it'll take you a whole lifetime. Does that sound like a good deal? Also perpetuating this lie are personal finance industry gurus, plastering social media with advice that goes along the lines of be frugal and save 10% of your paycheck in the stock market. Let's say you take their advice on board. You settle with selling your time for money in your job and repeat for 50 years. When the time comes around, your savings have been wiped out by inflation and you're retired in a wheelchair. All that time has melted away and you've got nothing to show for it. So, you find yourself circling back to that same burning question. What are the wealthy doing that you're not? The truth is, they follow a powerful formula for building real wealth, one that most people have never been taught. It's this simple truth that lets them play the game on a whole different level. Here's the hard truth. Chasing money will get you nowhere. It's like trying to catch water with a sieve. In reality, you're only paid based on your perceived value. And who determines that value? The market, the people in the economy who make the choice to buy. Ever hear people complain about famous athletes making millions saying it's unfair? After all, Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't work 1,000 times harder than a construction worker, so how is it fair? The truth is, the market has spoken. It places huge value on football, and the stars at the top of the game earn massive paychecks because millions of fans are watching and voting with their wallets. Why does a lawyer earn more than a janitor? It's simple. Anyone able-bodied can learn to become a janitor. But a lawyer? He spends thousands of hours studying, passing exams, solving difficult legal cases for his clients. The market perceives a lawyer's value as higher, and their paychecks reflect that accordingly. Wait, we've just covered how getting a job is the wrong formula to building wealth in a short period of time. In that case, what can we do to increase our perceived value? What makes Elon Musk's perceived value so high? He owns businesses tackling some of the world's toughest challenges. Spaceflight was far too expensive, so SpaceX innovated reusable, commercially viable rockets. Electric cars were too costly and had limited range, so Tesla created affordable electric vehicles along with the factories to produce them and a nationwide charging network. These are billion-dollar problems, and solving them brings in billion-dollar rewards. Solve million-dollar problems and you'll make millions. Solve $1,000 problems and you'll make thousands. It's all about the scale of the challenge. So stop chasing money and look for problems, and more importantly, your solutions to these problems, and build a business around that solution. Wait, what? So you're just telling me all I have to do is build rockets and send them to Mars like Elon? I don't know where to begin. He seems smarter than me. He has more money than me. I don't know where to start. I don't know the first thing about aerospace design. Stop. Listen to your old patterns of thinking creeping in. Your old thinking patterns can be treasonous and stop you from ever finding that opportunity. You don't need to solve $1 billion problem straight away. Start by finding that problem where the solution is unique to you and you can make a difference. When you hear somebody complaining, that's a problem waiting to be solved. When you hear somebody confused, that's another problem waiting to be solved. When you hear somebody with higher expectations, yet another problem waiting to be solved. Once you notice enough people voicing the same problem, you've discovered your market or niche. Your new formula for building wealth is simple. Wealth equals business value plus net profit. Here's how it works. Business value is what your business would be worth today if you sold it. Net profit is the money your business makes after covering all expenses. And you can calculate that by multiplying the number of units sold by the profit per unit. But here's where the real magic happens. The more you scale, as in reaching more customers and selling more units, the higher your net profit becomes. And as your net profit grows, so does your business value. Because your business value is often worth a multiple of your annual net profit. So in short, the bigger you scale, the higher your net profit. The higher your net profit, the more valuable your business becomes. That's the path to real wealth. Building a business that isn't limited by your own time and can scale indefinitely. Let's break it down. Imagine parents complaining about the lack of after-school sports activities. You charge $50 an hour for tennis lessons, but here's the trap. You've just created a job for yourself, tied to your own time. It's not scalable. But recording instructional videos of your lessons once and selling them to thousands of people online as a course? Now that's more scalable, to anyone on the internet. Cleaning services for pets? That's not scalable. You're limited to your own cleaning time and pets in your local area. But if you invent a gadget that helps all pet owners clean their dogs, that can be mass manufactured and scaled. If you open and run a successful gym, that's not scalable. But brand the gym and sell it as a franchise to other operators, that's scale. Remember, finding infinite scale with a traditional 9-to-5 is nearly impossible. But with scale, your potential is limitless. Remember, it must run independently of your own time. Focus on automation, delegation, and process efficiency. Once you've got your scalable solution, it's time to move on to the next phase, harvesting the fruits of your labor. Congratulations, you've made it. Now, you have a choice. Continue growing your business or cash out as a liquidation event. This is where all your hard work pays off. Think of Facebook buying Instagram for $1 billion. This could be your moment. Or maybe you're passionate about what you've built and want to stay involved. Maybe it's running on autopilot, generating profits effortlessly. Or maybe you see even more potential to grow, scale, and increase its value before selling later. Whichever you choose, you've done it. You've shifted your mindset to identify and solve a problem the market desperately needed at scale. And now you're able to reap the rewards of that value. But this journey was never just about the money, was it? Paying off your mortgage, buying that dream car, traveling the world. All of these things point to something far deeper: freedom and fulfillment. It's about having the power to do what you want, when you want, without the constant stress of financial worries. Imagine never having to ask, can I afford this? Or will my next paycheck cover it? Instead, it's about removing those worries and unlocking the most precious resource we all have: time. Real wealth means freedom to spend your time how you choose, without being stuck in a job you hate, living for the weekends, and trading most of your time for just a few moments of freedom. If you're content with where you are, this video may have just sparked some new ideas or offered some entertainment. But for those of you who want more, who seek the freedom to reclaim your time and stop worrying about money, this is your call to action. Pursue that freedom. It's a goal worth chasing.